Hello, everyone! Welcome back to part 2 of our video series on connecting words in English. In part 1, we explored cause and effect. And today, we're continuing our journey with time and sequence. Think of connecting words as the thread that makes your story easy to understand and exciting. If you missed part 1, check it out. The link is in the description. But now, let's delve into time and sequence. The connecting words in the category time and sequence, which include firstly, next, and meanwhile, help you organize events or actions in a specific order and make your narrative more structured and coherent. Let's take examples to deepen your understanding and craft sentences that use these 3 connecting words. So, Emily, could you please use some practical examples using these connecting words?
Sure, Miss Lisa. Here is my sentence number 1. Firstly, I would like to thank everyone for their hard work on this project.
In the sentence, the word firstly is used to emphasize the initial and most important point or action. Here, it is used to signify that showing appreciation is the very first thing the speaker wants to do before discussing any other matters related to the project. Now, Emily, could you please proceed further?
Sure, ma'am. Here is my sentence number 2. Firstly, make sure to wash your hands before dinner.
Now here, the word firstly is used to emphasize the initial and most important step or action that should be taken before dinner. Here, firstly serves to draw attention to the primary task or instruction, which is the importance of washing one's hands before sitting down to eat.
Now here is my sentence number 3. Firstly, it's important to set clear goals for the upcoming year.
Here, firstly is employed to highlight the initial and most significant point that the speaker wishes to address. In this context, it draws attention to the critical nature of setting clear goals for the upcoming year. Now, Emily, create some sentences using the word next.
Sure, Miss Lisa. Here is my sentence number 1. She completed her homework, and next, she went to the library to study.
Here, next serves to highlight the immediate subsequent action that followed the completion of her homework. It emphasizes that going to the library to study is the very next thing she did after finishing her homework.
Here is my sentence number 2. She passed her driving test, and next, she is planning a road trip with her friends.
Here, next highlights the action that is scheduled to take place right after the completion of the driving test. By using next, the sentence creates a sense of excitement and future planning, making it clear that the road trip is the upcoming event after the successful driving test.
Now here is my sentence number 3. I want to finish reading this book first, and next, I'll start a new one.
Here, the word next is used to emphasize the planned sequence of actions and decisions regarding reading. Now, Emily, let's create some sentences by using the word meanwhile.
Sure, Miss Lisa. Here is my sentence number 1. The company is expanding internationally, and meanwhile, they're launching a new product in the local market.
Here, the word meanwhile is used to emphasize that 2 different, concurrent actions or developments are happening at the same time within the company. Meanwhile serves to draw attention to the fact that while the company is actively involved in international expansion, it is also simultaneously engaged in the launch of a new product in its local market. The purpose of using meanwhile in this context is to highlight the company's ability to manage multiple significant initiatives concurrently.
Here is my sentence number 2. I'm studying for my exams, and meanwhile, my brother is playing video games.
Here, meanwhile, serves to draw attention to the fact that while the speaker is actively engaged in studying for exams, their brother is concurrently occupied with playing video games. The purpose of using meanwhile in this context is to highlight the coexistence of these 2 contrasting activities in the same period.
Now here is my 3rd sentence. She is working on her thesis, and meanwhile, her friends are planning a surprise party for her.
Here, the word meanwhile is used to emphasize the coexistence of 2 different activities happening concurrently. The purpose of using meanwhile in this context is to highlight the parallel and simultaneous nature of these two actions. Thank you for joining us in part 2 of our series on connecting words. In this video, we've uncovered the power of time and sequence connecting words. Use them to structure your stories, make your conversations coherent, and add a dynamic flow to your writing. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe for more language tips, and feel free to share your questions or thoughts in the comments section. See you next time.